was not going very fast, I will say. That's why. That explains that then. Hey guys, and welcome back to FSX, FS Passengers series. So we are in West, where are we? No, we're not. We are somewhere up north, and today, hang on, we are at, how do I forget, we only flew in last week. Let's go to map. Right, here you go, we're at Kirkwall, and we're going to Sanday, which is up in the northern part of the Orkney Islands. So flight time today shouldn't be too bad, a bit quicker than last week, and like I said, I'll do for the manual approach opposed to the ILS. So let's get the aircraft set up and we'll get ourselves ready to go. So start flights. Ooh yes, make the backup now. Make a backup, continue. Basically backup allows, okay, hang on. Right, there we go. So basically the backup is, in case it's like FS Passengers like lose all its files, it just allows me to revert back to that. So passenger on board if you're interested. Set destination to Echo Golf, Echo Sierra, I guess. And flight time is, according to briefing, 4:29. So yeah, it's about a 20-minute flight today. Not too bad at all. And weather, we bet in last week, as long as it doesn't rain. It may rain later. It's holding back right now, and I've got a gap right now at about 10 to 6, which allows me to fly clear weather. So load immediately. Sorry, it's 90, 95, 105. Start flights and let's go. So yeah, if I'm lucky, the rain should hold back for the flights. Well, I've decided to fly it this time. So see what's sign on, lights on, battery on, get everything going. And I want to be in the air before the storm starts. Hang on, is it already set to on or? There we go. Get in the air before the storm starts, which should cause another crosswind for us as well, which is not my favourite conditions to fly in, let me tell you. So P2s are on, fuel pump set, that needs to close. Let's turn the engine, so engine 2 first, make sure parking brake is set, yes it is. Engine 2, so that's ground, engine 2 starts. The last thing I want to do is crash into the terminal. There we go, torque is now raising up, and we're going to 100%, there we go. I'll do the same for engine 1. So, start and rich. That can raise, and I'll now go full left rudder as well, just in case the aircraft does start to roll forwards, which I don't want to happen, but sometimes it does, because yeah, the parking brakes in this thing are not exactly the strongest in the world. I'll let you guess why. This thing's got, it's not the most powerful turboprop in the world, but it really likes to try and push it. Right, engine 2 is relaxed, so now you can set our aircraft ready to go. So GPS on, set that, flight director on, yaw dampeners on. We are flying at, what was our cruising altitude? I'm not too sure today. It's 3,500 again. Flying over the water, don't expect too much high altitude flights. So I said that's 3,500. That's 2,000 feet per minute. Set that to flaps 3. Flaps 2 even. And I believe, hang on, that's GPS as well. Aircraft is now ready to go. So let's go to VATSIM, actually load it up. Once it loads up in the background, let's go to FS Passengers, get our flight number, 071. So there you go, VATSIM's loaded, connect, Delta Alpha 071, connect, Delta Alpha 071 is at Echo Golf Papa Alpha, taxi into runway. And which runway should we take off here? If we go to the closest one to me, because that's the northern heading one as well. No, 033. I could go 03, or could go 09. I think I'll make a, yeah, I'll go 09, take the left taxiway, which goes me straight there. So if I go to runway 09, may not be the best for takeoff, but it's the best for the where we want to fly out of. So it's taxi to runway, and from there we can then push up. So yeah, follow the taxiway around. It's the second runway we want, the much larger one. Otherwise weather's much calmer to last week, fortunately. It's a bit cloudy, but turbulence has gone down, the rain has stopped. Like I said, it may start mid-flight, which is what I'm hoping does not happen for me. Right, so first runway coming up, we're missing that one. I didn't even set taxi lights. No, I did not set that taxi. Ooh, a bit of a sharp turn that. So I'm not focusing right now. Again, one thing I always do, I always mess up the lighting in this aircraft. I never do taxi and landing lights when I should. Okay, I've actually got a few windmills here. They actually come with part of the airport scenery as opposed to the wild scenery. Because yeah, there's some really good models for the Orkney Islands, and is it Shetland Islands in the area as well? Just up north here, I may be wrong with that one. Anyway, let's stop the aircraft here. This sounds ready for takeoff as well, so we've missed the zone we should have been at, but it doesn't matter. DO 071 is at runway 09 Echo Golf Papa Alpha. Now departing. We'll shots on Unicom, that'd be helpful. 122.8. And I'll repeat what I just said, just copy paste that again. So tune there. Now I'll speak on Unicom. So if I copy that, paste it in, and there we go. Now this time they'll be able to see what I'm saying. Increase throttle, park brake off. And it's now time for the co-pilot's call-outs. Which actually, remember last week I said they were too quiet, didn't I? Forgot to adjust the volume. I knew I was forgetting something for starting the recording. Right, I can actually do them in the middle of the video. I'll do that in a moment. So let's go full throttle. Get the aircraft skyborne, airborne even, and I will then go through the volume settings. V1 rotates. Positive climb, gear up. Autopilot set that all up, so I'm on navigation altitude select. And aircraft's in charge now, so increase the flaps. V2. Go to FS passengers, go to setup, and go to sound volume setup. And I will want to make the cruise to about.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight.
About 250, yeah, 250 will be good for that. Today. So that's fine. Dialogue volume. No, I can say down. That's just the FS passengers sound thing. Don't care about that. It's just the co-pilot I need to care about. And wow, this aircraft's going a bit low for me. Autopilot's being a bit slow to react, but as long as they don't touch the ground, that's what I care about. I should care about being slow to the ground, but doesn't matter. Let's go. So yeah, so it's the airport behind us. There we go. So yeah, it's right on the edge. There's actually right in the middle of two photos of the VFR scenery, which had to work on the adjusting. Not too bad again. FSX is a good program. I recommend it if you want to build your own scenery. Otherwise, yep. Let's now go. Fishing boat down there as well. We are on the Orkney Islands, so I expect a few of these. Yeah, is that fishing? I'd say it's, I won't say it's a fishing boat. That may just be a yacht. I mean, that's definitely a yacht down there. Doesn't matter. Let's just carry on, shall we? So yeah, 15 minutes according to FS passengers. Active Sky gives me another 3 minutes worth of flight time. As long as I'm in the air for more than 10 minutes and gets the more than 10 nautical miles, that's what FS passengers looks for. Did I set landing lights? I'm sure I didn't. One day I'll remember them. One day I'll remember. But for now, let's just carry on flying. So, climbing up to, it's past 2,000 now. For our passenger view 2, and see him in his position here. There we go, it's looking down at the propeller and the water below. Nothing to look at. Well, actually, passenger 1 may have a bit to see. Yeah, passenger 1 has a few things to see. It's just a seat. Bring him back, raise the seat a bit, and just look out. Yeah, he's got a bit of land left. Otherwise, week in, week out, we now fly 9 passengers in our DO228 across northern England. Love this aircraft, and yes, all the problems we had originally when we had it, so the fuel leaking, engine failures, all that, has finally come to an end. The aircraft finally adjusted to this company, and I can be proud of this. Only cost us 230,000, yeah, no, a bit more than that. That's to repair the brakes. Well, yeah, this aircraft cost me 5 million to buy. No, sorry, more like 3.2 million, wasn't it? Or 2.3, something like that. Plus another 300,000 in repair jobs. Yeah, finally, we're flying properly. Right, so keeping outside. Airport is how far away from us? Not very, I can assume. We're about halfway through the flight already. Yeah, just about across halfway through the flights. It's on the airfield down there. That's not ours. So you can just probably see it out the window. There we go. Sort of have to open this window mid-flight. I mean, I can open that window. Problem is, I think passengers. Yeah, because it says open door, which I don't want to do really, so I've got a feeling passenger fear may go off if we open it, which wouldn't be the great case. Is there a warning window on it? No. Actually, yeah, there you go. Window must not be opened above, must not be opened during flights, except in case of emergency, and not above 100 knots. We are above 100 knots and we are in the flight, so yeah, best not to open it. It's not going very fast, I will say. That's why. That explains that then. There we go, now we're going full speed, but I just bring that back to cruise anyway, so let's turn that back. And there we go, now we should be alright. Yeah, it wasn't the fastest flights in the world. Go to passenger view 1, because he's now going to have a bit more to look out the window as well. A few islands coming in. Passenger view 2. It's just, actually, yeah, we've got an island down there. There's another airport as well. Not sure which one that would be. Strongsay. Actually, yeah, coming to the top of the descent now, so we'll do that. We've got Dash 8 in the area. Interesting. That descends to about 1,500. Sets. Altitude select, and descend about 1,000 feet per minute. I should go 1,500 because we are getting close to our destination, which may be visible on the horizon, aka that's it right there. It's a perfect approach actually for the runway. It's heading this direction, so idle throttle. So I don't like our airspeed at the moment. It's not enough for an overspeed, I can tell you. And yes, actually turn off the autopilot, and I can do this approach manually. It's fine. Let's just do a right turn and do a quick loop, and then actually now we're coming to land as well. So DA071 is on final, keeping on the outside as well, at Echo Golf, was it something Sierra, Echo Golf, Echo Sierra. Right, so bring the aircraft around. Whoops, yeah, that was a bit hard, did not like that. I do apologise, passengers. Just ready to frost a bit so we can get the alarm off. In for a landing, so we're going to come in very early. Planned arrivals in 10 minutes. Very early. So let's look at this Dash 8 in the area. He's a... oh, it's an Airwave Airlines. Airwave, isn't that... no, it's not a default aircraft, I don't think, in the game. And his propellers aren't even spinning. Ooh, forgot about FSX blur. He's now going to come into land at super low resolution airports. The mesh could also kill me. Doesn't matter, should bring the aircraft around. Increase the throttle, so not going too slow. Actually, there's the flaps and gear as well. So flaps down, gear down. And bring the aircraft around. Airport should be soon visible. Increase the throttle. Yeah, descend. No, not even descending. We're still at 1,600. Airport is now to my right. It should be visible. Which is now coming to land. Nose a bit. Keep it visible. airport is not in sight. That's it ahead of me. Yep, airport is in sight. Let's now land. Not the most modern airfield in the world, I can tell you, but she's not even appearing on our GPS, I can tell you that. It appears on there, but not on the actual airport panel. Which is always a bit of fun. Right, so keep the throttle down. Not the greatest approach in the world, but hey, just a bit of fun whilst we come into land deserts. Right, let's bring the aircraft around. There's the runway. Which one do we land on? Do we land on... Which one's FSX runway? Which one's ground runway? Because I know that we have darts, but I think maybe that tarmac one, which is at a completely different angle. Yes, it is. So, let's turn the aircraft one more. Let the throttle. Let's reverse thrust. Not yet. Keep it idle. And let's land this gravel, this runway. There we go, reverse thrust, keep on the brakes. And nice, very rough landing, I should have to say. It's a very rough airport, this is a very rough airfield. Don't know if there's any, whoops, there you go. Don't know if there's any taxiways, so we'll just taxi on the grass direct to the terminal building. Which is that? Yeah, so over there. So that is back down the runway. So clean up and go for taxi lights. And leaving sails on fine on the end. No, I didn't. Oh well. Right. So now that we're on ground, and let's just taxi back to the hangars, which I assume is those over there. Actually, there are cars there. Right. We'll use the real runway. And just taxi down to the end here. So we may lose a few points for the over G, but it should be alright for me. Just bring it closer to these cars. And there you go, a bit of gravel we can just park the aircraft up on. So yes, this will be the super expensive modern day terminal at this airport. So there's no invisible boxes to crash into. So stop it here. Home brake on. Engines off. And let's go for the battery. So off, off, off. Nope. Actually, brake that on. Just need to have the strobes. And passengers can now exit the aircraft. There we go. Drawyah Airlines basically parks right where you expect them to be. Small little tarmac strip next to a few parked cars. And the high quality major terminal at this airport, where it's probably more like a passport border control thing. Anyway, it's FS passengers and end our flight. So it was a bad flight. Alright, what happened there? So released to land after the extreme weather. Flight was too short, was it? Ah, right. Hang on, how long was I in the air for? Ah, I should have been in the air for 1 more minute and that would have been alright. And yeah, excess G-force is my fault. 3k income. Because your flight was bad. Normal ticket prices and passengers think your flight... Yeah, so you lost a few and a bit of reputation actually. Right, so we'll have to record that. But, note to self, next time I fly, drag out the flight. Because again, it needs to be about 10 minutes in length. But, not a bad flight record just yet. It's the first of this series. So, yeah, bringing out in the episode here. So, if you guys enjoyed the episode, leave a like if you did. Do subscribe too. Share about the end results, but hopefully next week we'll improve on that. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.